Three personalities working side by side, but one day they split. And this is what happened to the three brothers on MMAT.
I'm alpha as fuck! Yeah! Jimmy is back! Do's and dudas. And you guys know what? DD is dumb. Guess what he did today, huh? At 5.33, at 5.29, DD and Bobby dumped some other shares now. But I've told them that you have to have faith in George and have faith in MMAT. And guess what? Tomorrow, we're gonna see a squeeze all the way up to $7.5! Let's go, boys and girls! While they lose money, I pick up their shares. And look at the 1 minute chart. We're mad respected at $5. And you know, what can these short do, huh? They short 1 million shares, we go back down to 5.5, and guess what? The retail stays strong and collected, we buy back in and buy the dip. Guess what? We reaches 5.33, and dumbass like DD is gonna sell some shares or do some of their stupid ass options, stupid stuff, you know, make a little bit premium and be like happy about it. And guess what? And tomorrow, all these shorts gonna get torched. You smell that? You smell that? That's burnt cotton, and these shorts is gonna get torched. And what is great is this aftermarket action. You see this? The aftermarket action? It's almost reaching $5.7. And if we have enough volume, we are gonna see a squeeze tomorrow. We're gonna squeeze all of these shorts, all of these puts, all of the people who are talking shit about George. And guess what? Jimmy has faith in the stock from the beginning. All you have to do is whenever you do curls, you look at your bicep and you say, we buy and hold, we hold strong together.
Today, MMAT as usual presents you a fascinating dilemma. Hey, what is up boys and girls? This is DD here. And before then, that's Jimmy. Jimmy is just, you can imagine all us three as, you know, triplets. We basically are the same, but we think differently, have different personalities. Jimmy is the more, hey guys, let's buy and hold guy. I am more of, you know, the day trading regular boring guy and presents a pretty factual and objective opinion on the stock. Considered, you know, a couple of weeks ago, I cut my losses at 50% and decided to just purely trade options and put the funds somewhere else to, oh my god, Ethereum just went up. That's great, because if you were a part of our Patreon, you know that we added a lot of Ethereum over the past week. But anyways, what is interesting here is we have a 15% increase day on today. And if we go back and look at the option chain, that means in order to induce a squeeze, you're looking at $8. It only would contribute to a gamma squeeze for the if the stock all of a sudden go up to $8. And when it go up to $8, it triggers a 20% maximum safety hedging protocol. So then what you will see is you will see the stock go up all the way up to $10. But the probability is pretty low, because in order for it to go up to $10, that means we will see a 100% increase, and it will trigger another pump and dump cycle. Right? I mean, it certainly would just look like this. And then it will go down. Drastically like that. And it will trigger the same thing, and it will just go down like that. But hey, don't look at the time value because it's not really accurate. Because if tomorrow it squeezes, then it presents a very interesting RSI. That just means the RSI is gonna go all the way up to 85, And that means for the next months, this entire stock's gonna be overextended. And no matter what shorts does, it's just gonna get heavily shorted and go all the way down to the 30s ish. It will never really go up down to the 30s, because the massive volume pull up here is actually also an indication of overextension. But there's no rationale if you are dealing with retail investors. So what I did is I did something that I think is safe. What I did today is I talked to Bobby and I said, hey Bobby, you think we should play safe here? You want to switch some of your holdings to calls? He's like, sure, why not? So switch some of his holdings to $5 calls, and we sold some of our shares, as in Bobby and I's share, on around 5.33 and 5.29, as what Jimmy indicated previously, right? The dilemma is, even if it goes up by 100%, what we can do is we can literally just start doing what we were doing with SPRT and with BBIG. I mean, for all of those hedging plays, we already made around 24 to like 40% on those hedging plays, and we can use those hedging plays to happily take some of the whole FOMO money if you wanted to, because from 5 to 8, it's not from $12 to $15. It's sort of like a long volume way to go, and as a lot of people are saying in Reddit and saying on our YouTube channel comments, they're saying there's gonna be a huge squeeze on Friday. I don't know where they're getting information from, and if everybody say there's gonna be a huge squeeze on Friday, I would see it for a grain of salt. This is why I decided to do some safety plays with Bobby. Consider Bobby don't really need any shares to make off his straddles, butterflies, or whatever, because he's just trading on IV, right? So if you guys want to hear what he has to offer, well, after this narration. And here comes Bobby, the king, in his newfound vest and flamboyance. Hey, what is up, boys and girls? This is King Bobby here. So I was told that you guys love me, huh? So I'm back as a guest. And also like DD already cut lost, so he doesn't have any shares, so you gotta come and bag me to sell up the shares still to for him to make some safety plays. So sure, why not? So we decided to switch some on-hand shares and then buy some $5 calls just in case tomorrow it runs up, right? But again, like if you guys know me from previous videos, you guys know that I love to admire a lot of these market makers' doings on the market, right? So if we go look at the option chain real quick, you see, this is literally like the volume. If you go look at DD's previous videos, a lot of the volume there used to be 2,000, and today, oh my god, that represents what? So let's do the math over here, right? 12K times per contract. Well, this used to be $1, but I guess things go, settle down a little bit. $1 per contract. Every contract represents 100 shares. That's this. So that's 1.2 million right inside of this option play, right? And you see a huge open interest. You see a huge open interest here. That means what? The market have a consensus that, okay, realistically speaking, the stock should be between $4 and $5, okay? And maybe lower than $4. But right now, because too many people FOMO'd here, so then tomorrow it's gonna wiggle around 5 to 6. But the interesting part is, in order to do a gamma squeeze, you really need the stock to go over $8. So in order to go over $8, right, you need a huge amount of calls at least at 8, at 7, and at 6, which we see the 6 manifested just in an hour of aftermarket. The 7 haven't catched up yet. The 8 catched up a lot. So in order to get a squeeze, you need this number to be closer to 10K, which, if you're rational, a lot of investors wouldn't do that. So then what you're gonna face is you have the dilemma, which is called the 5.81 dilemma. So if aftermarket, it cannot stabilize around 5.81, you will see a downwind all the way extending to tomorrow's morning. And you might have a runner-up tomorrow morning. But guess what? When you have a runner-up, get your spare shares ready and just sell some cover calls. Because when it reaches 6, no problem. It reaches 6.5, all of this premium is going to blow up. And when it blow up, the IV blow up. When the IV blow up, you know that it's probably the last run of this month. Because if you are a seasoned market maker, you look at all of these volume, you look at all of these open interests, you're like, you know what, let's squash this. So this is literally $1.2 million in contracts. And majority of this is probably going to be retail FOMO, right? Because institutions just downgraded the stock like massively. And then you look at the $5 volume, squash that too. So eventually, by the time of 9/17, regardless of tomorrow we have 100% squeeze, 80% squeeze, 70% squeeze, 20%, not really a squeeze. Let's just say, 100% squeeze. Let's just say it goes, goes as planned over 8, goes to $10. All the premiums are going to be super juicy. And then by the end of September 17th, the stock's still going to go back to 4.99, lower than that, actually. Because you just simply cannot sustain that volume. In order for the volume to sustain above current price point, you need 4 times the volume. Remember that day when we go to 5.79? You need twice amount of that volume. And the shorts are not stupid. They will come in short tomorrow morning because it's a really great entry point. And remember, everybody's saying that, guys, shorts just covered, everything get torched, right? But the reality is, even if they cover at $3 or $4, they made a lot of money just running it down from $10, right? And they're just looking at it as a re-entry point. Everything Didi said before still holds. All of he said is continuation of what's going to happen. I mean, he's also predicted Ethereum's run up, like, a couple of weeks ago, whatever. But hey, I think this is just for the video. And if you guys want more of Bobby, which is my content, comment down below and be like, I love Bobby. Go fuck, DD or something like that. And you actually will see a lot of butterfly plays in this option space. But hey, I guess nobody really cares about IV at this point. Because look at this irregularity, look at this irregularity, and look at this irregularity. And all of those are just FOMO irregularities, right? Alright, see you guys on the upside.